Hi, I'm Christina Johns, and I'm in charge of the College Credit Plus class for college writing, and it is run through the University of Findlay. If you need to contact me at all for any reason, or you want to reach out to me later, I am happy to meet with you via Zoom or Google Meet. And my email address is johns, JOHNS, @thesales.co. So if you ever need anything, please don't hesitate to email me, and then we can talk further if need be. So anyways, our class is through the University of Findlay, and the purpose is to hopefully earn college credit for their basic writing class. So it'll earn 3 credit hours if they pass the class. They have to have at least a C average in order to pass the class. So basically what we do is there's 4 major papers that we will write throughout the semester. So we are going to start with an analysis paper where we're analyzing a journal or article that the student has picked. Then we write an argumentative essay, which is based in research. So it's a little bit of both of those kinds of papers, argumentative and research. We write a narrative, and then we will finish with a reflection. And the reflection is basically just kind of thinking about where they started as a writer at the beginning of class and where they ended as a writer. So any new skills that they picked up or new tips that they have started using, or their thinking process when starting an essay. Any of those kinds of things are things that they'll talk about in that paper. So all 4 of those papers are actually different percentages. So I have it all broken down on the syllabus. If you want to look at that at any point, it tells you a description of what the paper is about, as well as the skills that they need to be able to show that they've mastered, and the percentage that it will be for the class overall. So the 4 papers are all different percentages, and then my participation and the work that we do in class before starting those papers, that's all 10% of their overall grade. So basically with this class, what we're doing is we're writing those papers, and right now, for example, we're currently starting to get in the mindset of how do I write an analysis paper. So we're doing a lot of activities in class right now that's starting to get us to think about what details could I possibly focus on in order to write this analysis paper, and how do I find those things out? What are things that I need to be looking for when I read my article that I could then later build into a paper? And so that's what we've been doing. So it's a little bit of front work before we actually start writing each of these papers. Our papers are all focused on some sort of topic of justice. So like the narrative, for example, could be a story in their life where they saw justice happening, or it could be a story in their life where they witnessed something that they feel like whatever happened, the outcome was not justified, something along those lines. Then our analysis is an article of a topic that has to do with justice. So their article has to have some sort of tie to some justice topic. So for example, in the past, students have talked about gun rights. Some students have talked about fast fashion and sweatshops, those kinds of things. And then their argumentative paper will be taking a stance on the topic that they've chosen, and then researching that topic with different articles besides just the one that they used for their analysis paper, putting that all together and writing that argumentative paper. A typical week, so basically what I started off with is a lot of front work to kind of get us in the mindset of whatever paper we're writing, as well as some of the skills we really need to focus on. So maybe as we get further along, like into the argumentative paper, I'll start going over works cited pages and how to cite things correctly in papers, those sorts of things. So we do a lot of that, and then the rest of it is actually sitting down and writing that paper and then editing that paper. So a lot of the work is going to be done probably at home with the writing and the editing of the papers. And then when they come to class, they can sit down and have a conversation with me about their paper specifically. And we can really focus on what are the things that we need to strengthen in this paper, what are things that we're doing well in this paper, how can we change it to be a better, stronger college level paper. So that's really how I run the class. So most likely what you're going to see them doing at home is a lot of editing their papers, looking at the comments that I've made and editing that. I've already told them if they ever need to Google Meet or Zoom Meet with me, if they have questions about their paper, I'm more than happy to do that. We can set up whatever time they need to, maybe after school, or I have a lot of the lunch periods free, so maybe during their lunch period we could meet outside of class, and I could help them. Finally, their exam is a portfolio of all of their papers that they've created. Then they will put them all in a folder physically with all of my feedback on it, with their rubrics. They will write up their papers one more time to make them look beautiful and to correct anything that they feel like they need to correct. All of that gets sent to Finley, and Finley is the one who makes a decision on whether the student has officially passed the class and earned the credit. And I just wanted to also point out that their grading scale is a little bit different than ours. So again, this is on the syllabus. If you would like to take a look at what their grading scale is to see what, constitutes an A, a B, a C, and so forth, that's also in the syllabus. So again, if you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them via email, or if need be through a Google Meet. Please email me at johns@desales.co. Thank you.